Previously on Sin's the Hero's Tale, the team regrouped after the battle with the giant rats and began to follow after the Cardian hunting party. They briefly encountered Jericho Waller and Dajil, a pair of hunters hired to assist nobles in the field. Their clients slain, the pair decided to return to town, bidding the party farewell and telling them where to meet them later. Veering off the game trail and following along to the side, they came upon humanoid footprints leading further into the Great Wood. Electing to follow the prince, they soon found themselves trapped in an illusion that saw them treading the same stretch of ground over and over. With Sebastian channeling his power into a final high-level spell, the illusion was dispelled. However, just as the party regained a sense of their surroundings, they found themselves accosted by one of Boudreaux's vampire allies. The vampire, named Valjean, had mistaken the party for a stray sect that had split from the hunters and had pursued them for food. The misunderstanding cleared up. The surprisingly amiable vampire confirmed that Boudreaux was back in Antebellum. He explained that he had no particularly strong loyalty toward Boudreaux and would happily realign himself if the party seemed like the winning bet. Valjean also promised that, should they manage to reach Boudreaux, he would stand aside and allow them to proceed without fighting them. Parting on civil terms, Valjean returned to Antebellum, and the party followed shortly behind. Back in town, Stoat offered to escort the party through the sewers where Boudreaux was believed to be hiding out. The party also met back up with Jericho and Dajil in the port district near the docks. The two agreed to travel with the party when their business in Card was complete, and all enjoyed a brief time relaxing. Jura and Charia left the tavern, with Okazad and Thalia deciding to turn in for the night as well. The party members look forward to the coming night, when they can descend into the underside of Antebellum and put an end to the vampire threat once and for all.
I'll pack
So we are
those.
back. Thalia and Okazad, you are still technically in the tavern with Jericho and Dodge since you did not specifically say you left. And it is at this... what's up?
Oh, I thought of something. Where's Hermes been this entire time? Did I leave him at the manor? I didn't say.
No, yeah, since you did not specifically say, I've been keeping it in the back of my head. During the hunt, he was up in the sky, kind of keeping an eye on your surroundings, and if things got a little dicey, he would have descended, probably perched on a branch or something to keep watch.
Okay.
And since you've been in here, if you would like to roll a perception to see if you can catch a glance of where he is.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, with a 20, you noticed as you were coming in, he perched on top of the building. He's kind of, you assume he's still up there.
Okay. I'll have
But
to
with-
remember to leave him this side. Okay.
Okay, then yeah, I guess just, what are you gonna have him stay at Sebastian's place?
Yeah, whenever we get over there, yeah.
Oh, okay. Make a note of that, and we are good. Also, with that 20,
I don't think he'd be good in the sewer. So.
probably not. A pseudo dragon has all the combat aptitude of a house cat. But,
I wasn't gonna use him to attack anyway.
But with that 20 in perception, you actually, Okazad, if you'd like to roll a perception as well. Oh yeah, 19. So you both hear this. You hear a bit of a murmur coming from the other side of the tavern, like closer to where the bar is, and there's a large crowd gathering around the counter. And peering through that crowd, you notice perched on a tiny pedestal, though significantly larger than any one you've seen before now, is a scrying orb.
Okay. Do we get to know what's on the scrying orb, or?
I mean, if you want to go over and look at it, yes.
I'll go look at it, I guess.
Yeah, I will say as you move out of your seat in the booth, Dodge is immediately up and is making a beeline across the bar over there, and Jericho just kind of sighs. Oh damn, it's this again.
Again?
Yeah, they do this every couple of weeks or so. It's a live feed from that arena they got over in Rowan Aster. champion's defending his title again. Dodge always watches, roots for the underdog, but if the last 94 fights are any indicator, I know exactly how this one's going to end. And as you, Thalia, you say you're going over to look?
Yeah, I'll go look.
As you go over, Okazai, do you have any interest in this at all?
Some interest, yes.
Okay, then would you want to go over and watch?
Offhandedly, yes.
Okay, so Thalia, you're kind of up with Dodge. You guys managed to get, like, kind of elbow your way through this crowd of people, and you get a decent enough view of it. Okazai, you're kind of just hanging back, like, kind of perching up on a stool so you can just see over everybody. And from the scrying orb, you actually hear the voice of what looks like a human announcer, and he actually appears in the orb. It looks like he's addressing a large crowd in this arena.
And today, people, the fight you've all been waiting for. And here, the challenger, coming off of his 3 straight wins in the Tyrolean War Games, Thule! And you see this this massive Goliath come out of this rising metal gate. Like, dust parts as he walks, and he's easily about 8 feet tall, just ripped as hell. The crowd cheers as he walks out. He's flexing his muscles, like blowing kisses to women in the crowd, like typical, like, World Wrestling Entertainment shit. And he's making his way to the center of this arena. And as he stands, he raises a pair of gauntlets aloft and kind of gives a mighty battle cry as the crowd cheers again, and the announcer kind of calms everybody down. Oh, hold on. Damn it. And his opponent. You know him. You love him. He's the winged warrior, the beaked berserker, the relentless raptor of Rowan-Aster, your champion, Vanderhast.
And coming out now, pretty much gliding down from a spot in the stands, you notice, I will post it in Discord so you can get a feel for what this gentleman looks like. You see this guy. And as he descends, you start to think, as you see him in the orb, oh, okay, you know, Eagle Aarakocra, no big deal, we see these a lot. But as he gets closer and closer to Thule and he lands and he walks up and looks him in the face, this bird has about 6 inches on this Goliath, easy. And he's decked out in full plate armor with, if either of you want to roll me a perception or a religion check. 14. Okay, so Thalia gets it. Thalia, you recognize the sigil on the center of his armor is the symbol for Ezekiel, the god of war.
Okay.
And he's got a big-ass morning star in his right, just clenched in his right hand. And he walks up to Thule. They have a bit of a stare-off. And after a while, they walk to their respective sides of the arena, and the announcer chimes up again.
Then if everyone's ready, Thule, Vanderhast, fight!
And the two... Vanderhast doesn't really seem to move. It's more Thule coming in and trying to get his digs. And I've already rolled for this ahead of time, so I've got it all written here. You watch as, try as this Goliath might, he just cannot seem to land anything more than a glancing blow on this giant-ass bird. And finally, Vanderhast, the kind of snide smirk that he had in the beginning dies away, and he now just looks bored and irritated. He stops, he drops the hand with the morning star, and he raises his left hand, turns his head to the side and taps his beak twice. And he actually lets Thule get a good hit on him. And it does next to nothing. And that look of boredom now becomes one of what you could swear is genuine anger. And there's a audible sigh as you see his wings beat. Thule gets essentially knocked to the ground. and in 3 strikes, it is over. As Thule tries to right himself, Vanderhaast gets him first in the arm. As he struggles to stand, he swings the Morning Star around again, gets him in the side of the knee, and kicks him over. Bringing the Morning Star over his head, he brings it down, and Thule's head basically becomes the subject of a Gallagher show all over the floor of the arena. The crowd again going just completely apeshit. They seem to be in on this, and a couple of the patrons of the bar there, a couple of them are cheering, but a lot of them are like, well, shit. Conceivably having lost a bet, but Vanderhaast, his feathers ruffle. You see that look of anger boil over. He pretty much lets go of the Morning Star, and he turns and yells at the crowd.
Is there no one among you who can challenge me? No one at all!
And the crowd is completely silent for several moments. He clicks his beak in agitation, and he reaches down, and with a yank and a twist and a disgusting crackle of bones as the Morning Star dislodges from what used to be Thule's skull, he picks it up, swings the blood off of it, and walks away.
About what I expected of the results, not the end bit there.
Isn't the arena where Jura wanted to go?
He's probably gonna die if he goes against that. You realize?
And you
Probably.
hear from the orb now chiming up the voice of the announcer.
And there it is for the 95th time, your champion, Vanderhaast. But stay tuned, because coming up, fresh from the fire swamp, giant rats. But are they giant enough to take on bears?
And it dies out.
Bears.
That's their.
Okay.
They had that whole split display, and that's their follow-up.
Yeah, like if you look over, you see Dodge. He does that little, well, dang it with his hand. And
Wait,
there's
can
a
any of us
lizard.
even read that?
That's pretty clear body language. That's like an ah shit sort of thing. And
Right.
and the lizard folk behind the bar kind of taps his claws on it a couple times. Dodge holds up one finger like, wait a minute. Reaches into his cloak, and he drops a tiny satchel of silver on it. well, thank you kindly. Dodge flips him off and goes back to the booth with Jericho.
Did you really think he would win against the bird?
You talking to Dodge?
Yeah.
He turns and shrugs. He knows you can't understand his sign language. And he goes back and he takes his seat back where he was when you came in.
So, should we
meanwhile-
tell Jura?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jericho hasn't moved. He's nonplussed. He's still just sipping from his mug.
Understandable.
You can vaguely overhear him now, just basically chastising Dodge, like, well, what the hell did you think was going to happen?
Well, I'm gonna say Thalia's just gonna head back then. Original
Yeah, at this
plan,
point,
go
even
rest.
Okazai is just getting tired of this place.
All right.
Just wave at them and leave.
They return it. Okay, so where are you two heading, just so I have a feel for where everybody is? Because Jura, I believe, is back at Troy Manor already.
Oh, that's where I figured we were going to rest.
Yeah, and Charia wanted to go to the Ivy before she doubled back.
Yeah.
No, I'll just head to the Troy Manor.
I
to
think, I
rest.
think actually Okazai was actually going to go to the Ivy.
Okay. Then I will say, Thalia, you go and you meet Jura back there. Thalia and Okazad, you go over to the Ivy, and you can do whatever you need to here.
You mean Charia and Okazan?
Yes, what I say, Thalia.
Yeah.
Thalia.
I despise how your names are so similar.
I
Yeah.
get I get the feeling.
I don't
Yeah,
know
'cause
what
I-
you're talking about. Our names are very distinct.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
What do you
I
think,
hear-
Mondays?
I hear
Super
Seth.
distinct.
Because I know,
I
I know for a fact that's not the first time I've done it, and it probably won't be the last.
And
No,
that's all
probably
the
won't
first
be.
time I've done it.
It's okay.
But,
I'll correct you.
I appreciate that because I don't always catch myself.
So on my way back, can I actually stop at like the port market and grab like something sweet, like like a sweet food based thing?
I'd say you'd be able to find a confectioner in the food market, yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab like a cinnamon bun or whatever the equivalent of stuff is.
It would run you probably 3 copper.
Okay.
Enough sitting in the galley area, you find Mel. She regards you as you look. She's actually sitting there with Magra.
Oh, hey, Magra. Hello, Mel.
She looks over.
Oh, hello.
You two getting
Yeah.
along nice and good?
Like, Mel nods.
Yeah, your new friend's actually pretty cool. You know she makes clothing, right?
Mm. Oh, speaking of clothing,
And Magra, like, snaps her fingers like and points at you.
Uh-huh. You're sharp as a whip. It's hanging on the door to your rooms.
awesome. Oh, and Mel, I saw you were in a little bit of a bad mood, probably because of something relating to Okazad, I imagine. Just
Uh-huh.
because this
She
crew,
says, doing that little deer ear flicker that they do.
and I'm just gonna slide her over the cinnamon bun.
Roll persuasion with advantage. Because you just gave a fey creature sugar.
I'm not attempting to bribe her. I'm just attempting to bribe her.
Oh, I know.
26.
20 to I don't even think she can beat that. Like anything shy of a nat 20, like you see a small she basically fails to hide a smirk and she slowly slides it across the table closer to her, looks left, looks right, shoots you a little thumbs up before reaching for a fork.
Figured you might want something to cheer you up because knowing Captain Asshat, he probably said something to piss you off.
Well, I'd say with this I'm about over it.
That's good. Don't need him. Well, especially with Magra here now, we can't exactly kill him or else Magra will get upset.
Magra nods.
Though, speaking of Magra, when he acts stupid, do you mind smacking him upside the head sometimes?
I suppose I can do that, yeah.
And, I don't know if you were told, but one of our crew members attempted to paint an amazing portrait of Okazad on your ceiling.
Really, which one?
It was Pork, right?
Yes.
It was her lovely little crewmate, Pork. He's surprisingly a great artist, but
Oh, I know. He actually mentioned something, a bit of a business plan that he wanted to do. He said either the captain or the quartermaster, whichever one was more agreeable that day. He had a proposition for you.
now seeing as who our captain is, it's probably me.
Very well. Now, if you don't mind, we were kind of in the middle of something.
Oh yes, but do ask Okazad about that picture. I think it'll bring up wonderful memories. And she'll kind of smile and go off to her cabin, or go off to get her outfit. Sorry.
I'll be sure to do that.
And she turns back to Mel.
So, you said it's ear to ear? Yes, but not literally ear to ear. Like, you don't cut from, like, ear across the nose. No, you go from one ear, under the chin, across the neck, and up to the next ear.
She's teaching Magra how to assassinate someone.
Well, they're getting along great. That's good.
Yep, I rolled for which crew member Maggie would hit it off the best with, so she's eventually going to be a rogue.
Nice.
Oh, Kazad, had you business here?
Yeah, I obviously wanted to check down on her just to see if everything was all right, and apparently this happened.
Yeah, you walk in on your new main squeeze being taught how to slit somebody's throat.
Getting taught something new over here?
Oh, of course. Melpomene here is very knowledgeable.
I would imagine she is.
Yeah, Mel, for the first time in a long time, Okazad, she actually doesn't leer at you when she looks at you. She's got a Cinnabon in front of her, and she looks rather content in the moment.
Can everyone say into this?
Go for it.
Or in the way in a bun.
He must learn how to bribe his crew.
22, yeah, she seems okay to let bygones be bygones. I mean, really, all you did was offhandedly say she's lazy, so she wasn't really too annoyed, but this has basically helped her
That is
forget
not
pretty
at
much
all what I was trying to do, but okay.
That's how she took it, Deadlock. Yeah, best as you can tell, she's fine with you.
Well, at least you seem to be in high spirits.
Don't push it.
Of course. Well, as long as you're doing well, that's alright.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, your new girlfriend is pretty eager to learn. It's nice.
He kind of
hear
has
Lu-
a bit of a chuckle to that and smiles a bit.
I hear Lucian's working on something for her, too.
Oh?
I don't know, he wouldn't say. He just got some big gleam in his eye and ran off. Speaking of which, Captain Box showed up earlier. Nikos actually brought it in. He said it was for Lucian, but it's care of Ivy command staff, so that's for you or Charia to deal with. He didn't want to give it to him directly until you said it was okay.
Any idea what's in it?
Nope. Didn't ask, didn't open it, he didn't say. Only that it was important to Lucian.
I think that might be taking a look into that. I'm sure it's nothing, but you never know.
Well, the crate's down in the forward hold if you want to check.
I suppose I'll do that for now if neither of you need me for anything else.
No, we're good.
Meanwhile, Magra still, she has a tiny, notepad out, and she's vigorously jotting down everything that Mel tells her.
Alrighty, then I'll leave you all to it for now.
Charia, did you wish to accompany him at all?
Sure. Probably hearing that as I'm about to leave, I'm kind of lean back around the corner and go oh great, he got something. We should probably check it out, make sure it's not like a bomb or something.
Okay, then you descend the second set of stairs into the, down past the deck where all the quarters are and down into the forward hold.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, there, right next to the stairs, is a very, actually very tightly packaged, a very good-looking wooden crate with a red silken runner over it.
Mm-hmm.
And atop is a little note, and when you read it, it does say to Lucian Belroot, care of Ivy command staff. And then and then it's a signature based on the letters. You can only assume it says Damian Nikos.
He's such a good kid. So nose goes not opening. She's got her. She's holding her finger to her nose. Well, go and open it.
What do you think it is?
Wager 20 gold. It's one of his robots, and if not, I'm betting it's one of his just his tools and shit.
Well, it's from Nico, so it shouldn't be too bad, right?
I mean, Nikos likes us, but I mean, he's not exactly happy with Lucian. So
That's what I was about to say. It's like it's going to Lucian, but he's in our care, so
yeah, I don't think he'd explode Lucian right now. So, but just on the off case, you should open it as the most expendable member of our current command staff. She says jokingly.
he rolls his eyes at that and just says, I suppose, honestly, I think it might be better to wait for Lucian to actually open this up, as I get the feeling it might be some dirty trick for him.
Well, Lucian's back at Troy, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, just save it
I
for
don't know.
then. Just save it for when Lucian it comes back for it.
Oh, you're so scared of opening it. I'll peek in.
It's not a matter of scaring it. It's like, why ruin
No,
the
no,
surprise?
no, no need to be a coward or anything. I'll take care of it. And she says, teasing him as she goes and opens the crate a little bit, just to poke in and see what it is.
Coming
Okay,
from
then.
the lady who
Roll
loves
me-
looking into people's privacy, I
Then
love
roll
this.
me an athletics check to sort of tip the crate up so you can slide the runner off it.
Okay, Okazaki, can you come over here and help?
You're gonna be stubborn about this.
Yes,
You're
yes,
lifting
I
with,
am.
you're lifting with your back instead of your legs. That's not good.
Charya has no athletics of 0 with a strength score of -1.
Okay, so then Okazad roll athletics with advantage because Charya is technically helping.
Lift with your legs, damn it!
Okay, with a 16, yeah, you manage to lift this thing up. Charya, you leave the heavy lifting to the Dragonborn and you slide the red silken runner off, and you're able to, when he
Mhm.
lowers it down, you're able to prop it open. Inside, you find odd little, they almost feel like bubbles. When you go to physically touch them, they pop and they disappear. What you're looking at are basically enchanted magical equivalent of packing peanuts.
Charya just takes one hand, dives it straight down into it, just popping all ones along the way.
Yeah,
She just
all-
smiles.
Yeah, just all of them popping. It's very satisfying, way more so than it has any business being. But around the center of the box, there is another note, this one in a sealed envelope with an actual wax seal with Nikos' pirate flag sigil on the, like, emblazoned into it, and it says Lucian on the front. And directly underneath that are two things. One of them appears to be a glowing, pulsing orb, almost the size of a golf ball, and as you run your fingers over it, you can actually feel the arcane energy routinely just pulsing off of this thing. And directly next to it, modeled very similar to the humanoid mechs you've seen Lucian make, although this one is significantly more detailed and almost realistic looking, is what looks like a metal cat with a gold finish, and it's about the size of an ocelot.
No, I wasn't exactly wrong on the mech thing. So we got this letter. To
Yes, AI.
Lucian.
The construct does not react at all to open air or being looked at. It appears to be inert at this time.
All I know is I've learned my lesson of touching magical enchanted orbs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm touching it instead. Don't want you going berserk on the boat or whatever.
Yeah, please no.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic with one of my level 2 slots right now.
Okay.
And kind of just start looking over this thing. Kind of checking out the magical aura that's pulsating from it.
The cat you're not getting a whole lot of. There are a couple of things where it looks like at one point there was some arcane energy flowing through it just to kind of get it to move and articulate. But it's kind of a fleet fainting residue of it. However, that little golf ball sized orb, same kind of magic. It appears to be some kind of enchantment magic, it looks like would be the closest school you can equate it to. This thing is just every time it's pulsing that same signature of magical energy.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the arcane check just to kind of try and narrow it down a little more.
At this point, I
Alright.
think I'm going to, even though I'm not physically touching it at all.
Yeah, I hold it up for you to look at.
Yeah, I get
Awesome,
nothing.
we
And
are
apparently, you get
amazing
nothing
at
either.
Broke it.
Okay, this actually works out well because neither of you are particularly well versed in constructs. Okazad, you have really no idea. Like you can't really tell tits from toenails on this thing. And Sharia, you're like, huh, shiny ball, and you try to look into it as if it's a scrying orb. You don't see anything.
I can see my
But we still
reflection.
hear it like thumping, right?
If you put your ear to it, then yeah, you could make out like a almost heartbeat like pulse of arcane energy, but otherwise it doesn't appear to be doing anything. Charia, you feel no different holding it in your hand.
Yeah, well, not exploding with energy. So,
Think it goes to that?
I don't know. For all I know, this could be a magical arcane bomb of some kind. Probably
Roll me a
not because it's
perception check.
enchantment magic.
I mean,
Roll me
I
a perception.
sincerely doubt it if Nico sent it.
Or
Percep-
actually, I mean, hold on. You've already seen the so that would be an investigation now that you're right up on the creature.
Okay. Awesome, doing great this day.
Hopefully, you're getting all your low rolls out of the way now.
Hopefully.
Apparently, there goes my low rolls too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, even with an 8, you're not seeing it.
It's been a long day. I nearly got eaten by a vampire, you know.
I think we should just put this back in the box and leave it for Lucian.
Why not take it with us? We're going back to Lucian anyway.
Just the orb with the cat too. Or
The orb and the
cat-like thing
cat.
too.
But why would we leave just one behind?
He's just shrugging his shoulders. That is like, I'm still asking.
Yes, let's bring both. And before we leave, we gotta talk to Pork.
Oh boy.
Seems like he has a business proposition.
As long as he's not doing anything without notifying first.
I think he did ask for the more amiable of us, so I guess I can deal with that if you want to take these back.
Mind you, this crate is about like the standard gear crates from Monster Hunter, so about 3 feet wide, 2.5
But
thick,
how
and about
but how big are the cat and orbit themselves?
the
That's the
cat
size
is
of an
about
ocelot.
Yeah, the cat's about the
Oh.
size of an ocelot, so standing its tallest would come maybe a little over halfway above your shin, so about 1.5 times the size of a standard house cat.
Hmm.
And the orb is the size of a golf ball.
Yeah, so he could easily carry both of those. Because there's nothing else in the box, right?
There was that letter, the sealed envelope to Lucian.
Nothing else though. I'm like meticulously going and popping the things, investigating for other things in there. Just
Yeah,
in case.
yeah. You pop a few more of the magical packing bubbles. Nope, there's nothing else in here.
Do I have to go back through town to get back to the manor?
Yes, you are currently you're docked in the port district over here. And Sebastian's manor his was in this general vicinity closer to the wall.
For some reason, I'm not seeing your pings.
You on the
I don't
GM
see
layer?
them either.
I don't either.
That's weird.
I think you were on the GM layer, maybe.
Is it from here
Yes.
to?
Nope, you're right. So you're here.
Okay.
Sebastian's place is over here, closer to the wall.
No.
Yeah. Holding mechanical animal with magical orb and a letter on my own in a place that is anti anything not human. I think I'll wait for Jaria.
All right, fine. Let's go.
No,
talk.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with her just to whatever this proposition's gonna be
Yeah,
for
well,
now.
in that case, let's go talk to Pork. And she'll go with the Pork.
All right. You're able to find him fairly easily. He's actually he's out on the main deck, like back close to the helm, and he's playing checkers with Anathos.
Hey guys, how's the game going?
Hi, Lady Charia. It's going good. Still can't beat the bastard, but yeah, it's good. And Pork, mind you, he's like sitting down and he's still almost towering over Anathos, who's like actually sitting properly in a chair. Pork is on the floor, but he looks up, he gives a shrill little finger wave. Hello.
Oh, Pork, I was told by Magra that you might have, or was it Mel or Magra that told me? I think it was Mel,
It
right?
was
Pretty
Mel.
sure it was Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mel told me you have a business proposition.
Yeah, I was thinking what to make the art, but with the crew, right? I make it to where it's the year. And you see Anathos just kind of shake his head. Don't quit your day job, mate. Okay, so what he's saying
Calendar.
is right. He wanted to do it with, everyone's permission first, but he did, now that we've got more than enough people to swing it, he wanted to make an Ivy Crew calendar that we could sell in ports for some additional coin. You've already seen his ability to produce slightly sexualized, if accurate, representations of crew members.
Don't agree
Mhm.
unless there's puppies involved. Calendars are always better with puppies.
Well, we have you for the puppies. Is your fox?
I mean, you
And
have
do we
Ayame.
really
she's-
want to see sexualized
Nah.
puppies?
I mean, you have
What?
Ayame.
What?
Not
She's,
sexualized
No!
puppies.
I know. I'm saying. Do we really want to see that? I
It's
hope not.
Sexualized people holding puppies. That just
Oh
makes
my.
it better.
Oh my.
I mean, you've got Ayame. She's kind of a puppy.
Let's
No,
not have the
doesn't-
child involved
Okay,
in this.
Yeah,
can we
let's
not do
put
that?
the child in there.
Yeah, that's questionable.
That is all
No.
very questionable.
Charlie thinks on it for a quick second, goes, I mean, couldn't hurt. No, I do.
If it makes you feel any better, I could always convince him to put yours and the captain somewhere in the summer months.
No, I think the captain should go in December after that last time, or November. Nothing really good happens in November.
In winter,
in
'cause
this
he's a cold bitch.
In this world, those are first winter and third fall, respectively, or last fall, respectively.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking last fall or first winter. For the captain, that is. After last time.
And Anathos cradles his chin, looks at Okazad, looks back at you, nods. Yeah, I could see it.
He's not even
What?
gonna refute that.
But I do think it could be interesting, though I think we should talk about it a little bit more once we actually fully get back from our job here. Write up, how about this? Make up a mock calendar for this, and we can talk about it.
That sound alright to you, Pork? Yeah, that sounds good. So, who all wants to be in it?
Fine.
I guess of the lot of you that are always off, going, doing things, is it just you two, or are you gonna want, Jura and Charia, or Thalia gonna want into? See, I fucking did it again.
Even Antos is confused. Oh no! But
Anyway,
alright,
so- Yeah, all four of you then?
we can extend it to the rest of the crew too, if they.
Oh,
That's
of
up
course,
for them to
yeah,
be
I
in on it, though.
Yeah, I mean, we still need 12 people, but
Again,
I
that's
can,
on them.
I can go ask Jura and Thalia what they think.
well,
But for
that's
now,
fair.
let's throw them in.
Alright. How many does that make, Pork? I think that about rounds it out, doesn't it? Uh-huh, that's all we need. Alright, I'll have him get to work on that preliminary one, and we'll see how you're feeling from there.
No, right? Anything else on the news? Well, besides blockade.
Nah, that's pretty much the short and skinny of it. That's been real annoying, though. Do you have any idea why they're doing this shit?
Investigating a murder.
So unless they find the guy, we might be stuck for a while.
Well, I hope they do it bloody soon. Anyone stupid enough to kill a Navy sailor in a port town fucking deserves to get caught.
You have no idea.
Neither do you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
neither
I
you.
know. I know. It's like
Yeah,
even Okazad understands it's stupid.
And
But
as he moves one of his checkers up, fucking stupid short-sighted motherfuckers, and Pork just hops a bunch of his checkers. Stupid short-sighted motherfucker. King me. Yeah, fuck that.
looks like someone else here needs to learn to not be so short-sighted.
This is bullshit. I'm gonna start playing with Francis.
Well, anything else going on with the crew that we should know about?
No, well, you had Captain's girlfriend came in not too long ago. I think she's in talking to. Shit, if you talk to Mel, you've probably seen her.
Mhm.
Both of them actually.
Oh, perfect. Let's see.
She hasn't
Nikit
done
and
anything
Galena-
weird, right? Like try to enslave anyone.
Okazad elbows him at that.
No, she just
Alright.
moved the stuff into the captain's room. She just moved most of her stuff into the captain's room. Nikit and Galena went out some time ago for an evening hunt. They should be back probably in a couple hours. Depends.
Hunt.
Oh, all right. If they don't come back in a couple hours, notify me as soon as you can.
Oh no, they went out into the fields a bit to the east of town. Nikit said he saw a herd of deer there the other day.
Still, just on the off case, if they don't come back, at a reasonable time,
We still have a little vampire problem prowling about.
we've already run into one of them, which means I have to call my boss. Well, my
And
other
I
boss.
doubt it's just the two we know of at this point.
Yeah. But still, just be on guard if you guys notice anything weird or creepy. Just stay away from the sewer rates.
He raises an eyebrow at that.
As far as
Yeah.
as far as we know, they're running around
Hey.
underground.
Oh, well, that's just fucking lovely, isn't it?
Yes, but you two, keep it on the down low. Don't spread it too far. Just keep an eye out on the crew, okay?
Never heard that. Never heard you. What is it, Pork? Never had this conversation. There we go.
Good boys. Now then, I'm gonna go check out my new outfit, which you should probably check to see if yours is ready too, Okazad.
Oh, I definitely will. You two, get back to your game if you even want to, that is.
The game's fucking over now. So, screw the checkers. You ever play chess? No. Fornerona? No. Backgammon? No. God damn it.
You could always try teaching him a game.
I taught him checkers, and look how fucking well that went.
Yeah, it looks like he catches on very well. You must be a great teacher. She teases as she starts walking away with a wave.
Ah,
You
They
know
both
she's not
wait.
wrong.
they both wave as you leave.
But
Alrighty.
Jari is now gonna go grab her outfit.
As is Okazad as well. If everyone else is, whatever.
Yeah, so Taria, hanging from your door, you see a red doublet, very nice looking leather hat with what looks like an almost illusory bat wing in it, like in place of a bird plume. And then it's, standard, slacks and boots and everything. But one thing she seems to have added is a long, almost spiderweb looking cape draped over your shoulders.
Ooh.
And Okazad, when you go in to take yours off, you notice it's very cloak-like. It's almost like a better version of the jacket you were wearing, and this one has a hood you can pull up, and it's actually tailored to accommodate your horns. It's very nice. It's got a couple of straps that come forward and secure to a square metal ring in the center of your chest. And then it's and she made you these dark blue, sort of in between pants and shorts. Like they hang down further than your knee, but not quite far enough to be pants.
Mhm.
And it has a nice open back to accommodate your wings. You also notice there's one hanging from Jura's door too. It looks kind of minimalist. Like, yes, there's chainmail, but it all seems like the area where his chest would be seems kind of exposed, save a single golden ring that does kind of the same thing for him that Okazad yours is now doing for you.
I mean, haven't I seen it before? Like that one specifically?
You've seen the picture, but he has never worn it.
I mean, like I could have sworn I saw it like back in the stand, like way back.
No, because when
Like
you...
it had like the metal that accommodating for the tail.
No, she was measuring his tail. She didn't make anything for it.
No, I could have sworn there was like some metal plating to accommodate, like and protect it. Bit.
Nope.
I must be remembering things wrong. Alrighty.
And do you don this stuff immediately?
Oh yes.
I mean, considering my last one was in mostly tatters, yeah, I would like to actually put out something that I could actually consider mine.
Okay, then Okazad, you can go ahead and increase your armor class to 13,
Ooh, fantastic.
since this stuff is made from spider thread. And Charia, yours is basically
Yeah.
the same as the light armor you were wearing, so there's no real change there.
Yeah.
But the Sorcerer King of Squish now has something to soften the squish.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, you can. And if you want, you can take Jura's stuff over to him.
Yep. And then with that, I think we kind of covered everything here.
All right.
You take the orb and his outfit, I'll take the cat.
Yep.
Oh, so you guys are taking the orb and the cat out of the box?
Yeah.
I believe we said we were gonna bring it to Lucian.
Oh,
Yep.
I know. I just didn't know how you were going to do it. If you were going to leave it in the box and take the box, or if you were going to take the stuff.
We're gonna carry it. By hand.
I mean, it's got to be
Oh.
easier than carrying an entire box. Those things are
So-
awkward to carry.
Spoken like you don't have 5 human deckhands that can get away with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to bother them. They're having fun with their chess game.
Yeah, they're let them enjoy
Or
themselves.
checkers, rather.
Fair enough. Then as you are... So which one of you is holding which? Charia, I imagine you're taking
I'm
human form again to go through town?
Yep, which takes up my last spell of the day.
Mm-hmm. So
And
who's
so, yeah.
holding what?
I am holding the cat, or no, I'm holding the orb and the outfit.
I'm the one carrying the cat.
And you also have the letter. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me roll something right quick. Okay. We rolled high, so that's good.
And before the cat starts tearing the shit out of you.
Well, I assume you've chosen the same human form that you've been using.
Yeah, not the one I was first year in that I committed a murder in, or not the one I was first year in, not the one I committed the murder, but the dark skinned one that I've been taking off.
Yeah, the dark-skinned redhead.
Yep.
Okay, so then yeah, the guards are used to seeing you kind of coming and going with your half-dragon manservant, so they don't give too much thought to you or him carrying a cat that does not look like it's necessarily organic. You get a couple of sideways glances from some of the younger, I guess more curious guards, but none of them accost you or give you a hard time.
Yay.
And you managed to make it back to Troy Manor. So, Thalia, Jura, if you guys were doing anything while this was going on.
I don't know if you're gonna do something. My thing may take a little bit depending on with it. So, first.
I didn't really have anything planned. She was just gonna go and rest. I can't think of anything that she needs right now.
So, pause this. Let me find the other one. Here we go. So you walk into your door, and you find yourself again in the middle of that clearing from when you were near death in the forest.
God damn it.
The creature you saw before, that malfested deer, it seems to be staring at you as you come in, but it's seated, almost like a dog or a wolf would be, and it slowly just kind of cocks its head to the side as it watches you enter, and as the door closes behind you, you turn back, the door frame is gone.
Well, I'm not leaving the way I came in, at least.
And
Mr.
the
Deer, what are
creature-
you?
You have returned.
Yes, that is how doors work.
And yet, you still do not know your place. Do you remember? Nothing.
I remember seeing you. I'm currently here, so I know where I'm at. Sort of.
You are of the Harrock,
Yes.
the hunters in your tongue. Why then do you forget? Why then do you stray? And why do you disrupt my order?
I don't know what you're talking about. Speak in riddles, and then I can understand what you're trying to say.
Roll me a persuasion.
There it is. And
Awful as usual. What
what
is
do you
with
mean
today's
as usual?
rolls?
My rolls were
No, I mean like no the rolls today in general.
Yeah, the corners of its muzzle curl into basically like a wolf baring its fangs as it looks at you again. The mouth opens and that horrifyingly long tongue falls out of its mouth again.
There is much that you must remember.
How do I remember?
It begins to open its mouth again, but you hear nothing. The forest around you begins to almost fall away. The ground beneath you just gives way to black. That deer is the last thing you see, and eventually it too just turns into black smoke and fades away. And as the darkness itself begins to melt away, you are back in your room. You said you're looking for Lucian now?
Yeah, because we got to deliver his cat.
Right. You're able to find. Well, really, you find Sebastian first.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
thanks, Sebastian.
Hello. Now, I said before, it's on the top shelf, boy. The top shelf. If it was on the top shelf, I'd have fucking found it by now. Lucian's in the larder. He's looking for snack.
Hey, Lucian, we got a present for you.
After a while, he kind of like wriggles himself free. Like what you have there.
Oh my god.
Captain Nico sent it over.
And Okazad hands him over the letter that he's been holding.
Let me see that.
And as he breaks the seal on the letter, he opens it up and he takes it out. You see his eyes pan over it. His eyes keep flitting back to the cat. You see his hands begin to go a little shaky as he reads, and he sets the letter down on the table.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Yes. Honestly, I thought he'd gotten rid of her.
And there's
The,
also this golf ball-sized magic orb with it.
Yes, the letter mentioned as much. May I?
He holds out his
Um,
hand.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll hand him the orb.
He takes it between his index finger and thumb, and he looks expectantly at you, Okazad.
And then
Where do you want this?
Just set her down.
He does exactly that as gently as he can.
Lucian kneels down over this thing. He taps around the creature's chest a couple of times, and eventually it releases a little bit of steam as this plate comes off the chest and elevates a little bit, revealing a cavity. It looks just big enough to fit that little ball that you gave him. He sticks it inside, and the plate closes up again, and after a couple of seconds, the completely black eyes of this creature just flare to life with these little beady yellow lights, and it now just gets up and starts behaving like a normal cat. It looks at him and immediately starts headbutting him and trying to brush against him.
Oh my god, I thought I lost you.
Take it. It's something from your days back with Nikos.
Yes, this was, she was one of the first, constructs I ever made.
He gestures to the mechanical cat.
Clover.
Nice name.
The cat now kind of deviates from him a little bit, and it starts walking between your legs, headbutting your shins.
So kind of kneel down and, pet it a little bit and kind of look up
I mean,
at him and stuff.
It's hard and metal.
Yeah, but she'll still pet it. And she'll kind of look up and go, "Oh, hopefully this is a fairly good present. I know you haven't been in a great mood."
No, this, like I said, I was under the impression he'd destroyed her, gotten rid of her a long time ago.
And
Oh.
you would think that because...
My falling out with the man certainly didn't.
Hmm.
And I forgot. Well, I didn't really forget. I didn't have the time to grab her when I left. And I've been trying for years to manifest something even remotely as good, as useful, as masterful, but no, the inspiration that struck me when I built her only hits you once. Isn't that right, girl?
He reaches down, he pets her, and it releases like a little mechanical.
She'll kind of smile. She'll smile and, well, at least this is a good ending to your worry about your cat.
Yes, and a welcome return to my combat efficacy.
Oh?
Back when I sailed with Nikos, most everything I did was in tandem with Clover here.
Kind of like some of those people that use animals as their companion.
In a sense, yes, but I suppose the design of her being was just a creative choice on my part. You see, I was very, taken with Captain Nikos and his abilities when I was young, so I guess, admired that and wanted to translate it into one of my constructs. Hence,
He gestures to Clover again.
Metal Cat.
I'm just more happy to see you actually happy and not so jumpy as usual.
He nods and, like, almost as if realizing that himself, lets out a sigh.
Honestly, I'd forgotten what it felt like.
Besides that, did want to ask what your new inspiration with Magra you were building.
What Oh, right. So she's taken a shine to Melpomene. Did you know that?
Hello.
MJ.
I believe so, yeah.
Sorry, I had to monkey man. What's up?
So she's taken a bit of a shine to Melpomene. Did you notice that?
Oh, incredibly so.
Right. Not sure if
Including
that's...
enthusiastically writing down on a notepad.
Right. Not sure if that's necessarily good or bad for us, but I was, loaned out to this crew, so help this crew I must. She's decided she wants to be one of those sneaky, stabby, skilly-willy, slit-your-throaty types, so I have made her the means to take her passion for spiders and their culture to a slightly new level, a bit of a wrist-mounted mechanical device capable of producing artificial spider silk.
Like a web sprayer kind of thing.
Spray is laying it on a little over the top. It's more like a...
And he does a little pistol motion, like a pistol or crossbow motion with his fingers.
like a water gun, I guess?
Still, it should be interesting.
Yeah, so basically the D&D version of what the original Spider-Man had.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Because after it became apparent that Magra was going to be a rogue, I then had to decide what kind of rogue she was going to be.
So there's that. It's still in the early phases of production. It'll take me another couple of days probably to work all the kinks out of it.
Well, depending on how long that blockade is going to be around, you might have all the time you need here.
Right, well, hopefully sooner than later. Though, speaking of out-of-nowhere occurrences, where'd that one who was traveling with you go? The one from the councilman's place?
My brain is failing.
Yeah,
He's referring to Julian.
Oh. I don't know. He kind of split off, so I figured he probably came
Because
back.
considering the player has left the campaign, I will leave this to you guys to determine where he went.
I mean, he probably came back here. He's probably waiting for the bounty, and then he'll probably screw off.
I mean, after that hunt earlier this morning, he hasn't been back.
Well, you can always look. I can always look for him just in case.
and you're going to look for him how?
With my eyes.
Right, wasn't he able to wear your face there?
Yes, something that I would incredibly so not want. She says with actual vitriol in her tongue, in her mouth, on her words rather.
And who's to say he wouldn't just wear someone else's?
Right, see, who's to say he's not wearing your face and is going out there slitting someone up? Some other poor Navy sailor. You know, now that I say it out loud, you don't think he killed the one, did you?
I mean, it's possible,
Distinct possibility, but
especially because
no
he doesn't have
evidence.
spellcasting.
Hmm.
He just changes form, so he'd get past anyone who would be detecting magic. Only someone with true sight might be able to see it. Even that, I doubt it.
Well, a criminal investigator I am not, so.
And neither are either of us. Unless there's something you want to tell me.
I mean, I've killed a fair amount of people, so I'm pretty good at noticing things. But
Alrighty,
no,
I don't know
I've
about you, but I've had about enough of this night. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to bed and actually, get ready for tomorrow.
All right. In that case, don't stay up too long petting your cat, Lucian, and
Like at this point, Sebastian gets up from the table and starts going, like leaving the kitchen.
Don't make a mess now, boy. Uh-huh.
As he's now bent over, just petting the cat again.
anything happened while we were gone, Sebastian? Or
No, it's been fairly quiet here.
all right.
Well, for the better, I should say. After today's events, I believe we're all a little spent.
Yeah. Well, I have to call over to my new higher up boss and let her know of the occurrence. She'll probably be very interested.
I imagine she would be.
And she'll give us a slight wave and head on upstairs. And
So
from
she's
there,
going-
unless anyone's got anything else to do, she'll be calling up Garen.
No, because that's pretty much gonna do the same thing, including to Mechanical Cat Clover.
Wait, what now?
No, he was just gonna say wave him goodbye to everyone, including
okay.
Clover.
Okay, then Charia, how are you trying to contact Giran?
I was just going to do the usual, try to contact her through, seeing her in my mind as usual.
Okay. Then before you, at least in the little mind space that you have, stands Giran, and looming just above her shoulder and behind her, you see the form of Corson, his little six-tentacled self, just kind of eyeing you.
And more,
Oh, good evening.
And you see Giran kind of stretch.
Good morning, you mean?
either way, we've made some advancements in the investigation, to call it.
Have you now? Have you located Boudreaux?
Seems he's set up a nest underneath in the sewers of the city.
Smart move. Out of the sun, yet out of the Underdark.
Mm-hmm. And we also have recruited a member of the local Ratkin to help us locate him.
Ooh, good choice. As I recall, they know the sewers quite well.
Mm-hmm. And this one is one who is old and well knowledge.
Even better.
Though we did have a run-in with one of his, I wouldn't even call him a patriot. I'd say person looking to win the state.
The Rat Folk's compatriot or Boudreaux's?
Boudreaux.
And
One-
which one would that be?
One Valjean.
You see not really a look of irritation, but one of
Like, really?
kinda, yeah.
Mhm.
As she kind of sighs and shakes her head.
Of course it would be him that you run into. I assume he was at least amiable.
Mm-hmm. Well, after we got out of his illusion prison, he was looking to take a bite out of us, or at least me.
Good lord, that doesn't sound like him.
He thought we were one of the local human ruffians town here in Card.
Ah, okay, then yes, that sounds like him.
It
But I
seems
imagine, I imagine he was more on the friendly side once he realized what was what.
Oh, of course, he was very talkative.
Hmm, sounds like him too.
And I may have... Well, it seems he's not exactly willing to put all the chips on Boudreaux.
That sounds about right. Leave it to Valjean. Always knows a little more than he lets on.
Though he does seem to at least be willing to stay out of our way while we stab the crap out of Valjean. Or, rather, stab the crap out of Boudreaux.
He's playing things safe.
Says that
See,
he'll come beg forgiveness if we don't, if we win, and if we don't, well, Eternal Dark.
Well, best as I'm aware, Valjean himself hasn't done anything to incur my wrath just yet.
No, he just seems to be in the area.
Yes, and in promising to stay out of your way, he's continuing to ensure that he does nothing to incur my wrath.
Especially
He's-
because and I'll kind of smile. Well, needless to say, he picked up the smell of me being not fully.
Right. And I will admit he's one of my right crew members. He knows
Oh,
not to throw in if there's nothing to gain.
well, we'll have to see how this all plays out, but tomorrow night we go down into there and we should be able to hopefully deal with this soon.
I certainly hope so.
Any news on anything from your end that I should know?
No, I believe there's been some movement up with the pirate lords in the north, but... as I'm sure Gar is quick to tell you, I'm too wrapped up in my own personal affairs to really keep too much of a watchful eye up there.
Fair enough. Oh, and in case you hadn't heard, the Cardian Navy, or the Navy has set up a blockade around Card for right now. They're looking into a murder.
Who the fuck would murder a Navy sailor in a port city?
Now, we have I do have an idea of a changeling.
No, as she says that, like Corson, you see his eye get all concerned, like very quickly shifting left and right.
Perhaps better not to ask?
Either way, we have someone who the Navy might be interested in as a prime suspect.
Is that so?
A changeling, one who has already grown to the top of my ire list, right next to the Tekkenveer.
Changeling, you said?
He changes his form, as free as the wind, with no magical spell.
Yes, I know what a changeling is. I'm just surprised you managed to find one. They're usually very secluded. And those who prioritize their survival are almost never that liberal with their transformation.
And this one is on the. Let's say he's gone off the deep end multiple times and keeps coming back to jump off.
I should say so. It's a wonder he hasn't been found and killed already.
But I feel the Navy would want to investigate them or take anyone at this point. I don't know if they have any leads or not.
And if you can point them in the right direction, I believe getting them off of your back is in everyone's best interest.
And it also means that once we're done here, we can get over and leave Card as soon as possible, because I hate this place, I gotta say.
Yes, I do apologize again for sending you there.
Oh no, I understand it's business, but I think I might take a vacation after this.
I should say you've earned one. If
Well,
you wish, Crescent Cove is a lovely place to vacation.
Maybe, though I've heard great things about Mahad.
Well, I suppose, if you're more of a fan of sunlight.
Well, as of current, don't burst into flames, no offense. So I
Yeah.
might as well enjoy the last of the sunlight that I'll be able to enjoy.
A fair point. Then if there's nothing else,
No, I was just letting you know that I'm going to go take a short nap.
of course.
And you
And
see
I,
Corson kind of wave one of his tentacles at you.
And try not to kill any more upstanding members of the Lobianan Navy.
Wait, you did that?
And you're
sorry,
pulled from the
connection's breaking
vision.
up.
Yep, and you're pulled from the vision.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, it's just gonna be like, damn it, Corson, you son of a bitch.
I'll also say at a little leather satchel on the left side of his belt, and he pulls out a little vial and he uncorks it and throws it back.
While he's doing that, I'm just going to roll the perception to kind of keep eyes on our surroundings.
Okay, go for it.
Especially because if one vampire knows where we are, or knows what we're doing.
With a 16, no more so than the usual eyes on you that you typically get traveling through town. I mean, the guards, they're obviously, keeping an eye, not necessarily on you, but on Okazai.
around and go, I don't hear sickening splat, so he must be fine.
Come on down. The tank air is great.
You hear echo from up.
And at this point, I wish I didn't have a nose. Have fun with that one, Thalia. God, I did it!
Did
I
it
think we'll-
yourself.
How
Good
did
to
I-
know I'm not the only one.
But yeah, no, I'll follow down. Is there like a ladder?
Yes, there is. Stoat
Oh.
simply elected not to use it.
I'm gonna go down the ladder.
I'm gonna say I'm switching to my human nose because this is gross.
You would have been in your human form to travel through town anyway.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
I'm gonna do acrobatics down just like the old man did.
With
you
an
do
11.
realize one elf already went down there first.
Right.
Yeah, so Charia,
Acrobatics down.
Charia, just for fluff, roll me a dexterity save as Jura just dives down behind you. Roll exact.
Yeah, sorry, my thing got disconnected.
What's our order looking like?
Yes, what is your marching order looking like?
No, probably Stout, Jura.
Yeah, I'd go down first, assuming if this is a normal sewer, we don't have much space next to each other.
Yeah, it's basically single file, I would imagine.
The actually roll a perception now that you're down here.
Perception.
Do I roll with disadvantage?
Anyone who cannot see in the dark does.
Of course, I got disadvantage on a crit.
I mean, if you
Okay.
guys want me to, I can always just throw up dancing lights next time.
The funny thing is, he still rolled better than you, MJ.
I mean, yeah.
Because I think let me double check. Wow, Ayame actually doesn't have light.
I can float some foxfire.
Yeah, between us, we should have plenty of light. Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
toss. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
what?
that's true. No, I was just saying, yeah, that's true. You probably could.
Yeah, so I'll toss out a dancing lights and just kind of, since they have to be, it's 4 things. They have to be within 120 feet of me, and they have to Be within 20 feet. Just kind of spread it over the top of the party.
Okay, so then going forward, assuming you keep the dancing lights moving with the party, you will all be able to see normally.
Not gonna be very sneaky in here.
Well, I mean, our opponents can see in the dark. It's not going to exactly be sneaky either way.
Offhand, though, at the very least, while Jura and Okazad are giving their eyes a minute to adjust, Sebastian as well.
Mhm.
The rest of you, you see that this area is not necessarily spacious, but there are elevated platforms. There's a large, almost like a trough where water flows through. The water is absolutely rank. You can trace that back to where the smell was coming from. But it's flowing, from what you can tell, southward toward the ocean, and these elevated platforms are overlooking it. And there's enough space on these for you to walk two abreast if you're careful.
Well, I think our order should be down in front because he's leading. Closely followed by Jura, probably me, Okazad, Sebastian Ayame, and then Thalia at the back. Because that gives us some melee fighters in front and back.
I'm fine with this.
I feel like the healer should be closer to the middle, but otherwise fine.
Well, yeah, then we can just switch Sebastian and her, so it'll be,
Yeah.
her, Sebastian, and then Thalia.
Okay, so you are now down here.
Spooky.
Halloween's over.
Only for a day. Well, it'll be for a lot longer by the time this goes out.
Well, that's why I'm Haruka, but not spooky right now. That's why.
Yeah, Halloween was not kind to me.
That was pretty nice over here. But I guess we kind of just follow Stout.
Okay, so one more time, what is that order? It's Stoat up front, then
So
Jura.
Jura, me, Okazad,
Ayame,
Ayame,
Sebastian.
Sebastian, and Thalia.
Ayame, Bastion, Thalia. Perfect. Okay. Then Stoat, actually, Okazad, in your visiting the manor and having Stoat accompany you in the first place, you made this significantly easier than it was originally going to be. This actually circumvents all the traps and other bullshit you guys could have gotten involved in down here.
Sounds
So
like music
he's-
to my ears.
So Stoat is kind of almost happily, like with a little skip in his step, going through these corridors. And he's passing up several that look promising, like that are well lit with light sort of pouring down from the open manholes. He takes you a little down, like he's looking at them, like, no, not that one. Skips to the next. No, not that one either. Keeps going. And finally, there's this one piece of wall. Roll me perception, those interested. With advantage, actually, because you would notice him poking
Well,
around
thankfully
it.
it wasn't disadvantage.
Jeez, yeah. Okay, so Thalia, you're still kind of acclimating to things down here. But Okazad, Charya, and Jura, you notice the area of wall that Stoat stops at. It appears to have been covered up at a much more recent time than the rest of the walls. And as he starts poking around it, like almost tapping at the edges with his cane, he touches the base of his cane to the wall and pushes, and the wall just kind of falls forward, revealing a hidden corridor, and a cloud of dust kind of billows from within. They thought they were so clever.
Not clever enough, in my opinion.
Oh, this used to be the main corridor to get you to the older part of town.
with all those older buildings that I mentioned, trying to cover it up, thinking that a rat folk would not notice the difference.
So, definitely in this direction then.
Oh, absolutely. Unless the City Works Department finally decided they wanted to get down here and start doing their jobs, which I highly doubt.
You and me both, if even the short time I've been here would indicate that.
Then, as you guys are venturing further, you notice the area where the water is has gotten more and more, I guess, shallow, you could say. The area in the center that used to be like this torrent of, for lack of a better term, raging shitwater, has kind of stopped, and it's really more of just a puddle now. And as the ground begins to level out, Stoat actually takes to the center of the walkway. He doesn't expect you to follow, but he does. And he starts looking around, and the tunnel begins to open up more and more.
We're approaching the main cistern now. If there is an access way, it will be through here.
Alright, well, let's keep on our guard then.
And I will now kick you
This
guys over here.
screams ambush point. Yep, I was just about to say, this screams ambush point.
Ah, so where's the Rancor?
And Stoat gestures across to the other side of the room.
That manhole there. If memory serves, it should take us straight to one of the old mausoleums. One of the biggest, and if I may be so, on the nose, probably the most appropriate for a vampire to hide.
No? Any reason?
The mausoleum.
Agreed.
Okay.
It's large, secluded, and for the most part, viewed as sacred and almost untouchable by many of the people here. They wouldn't dream of profaning holy ground, and so know to keep their distance.
Well, I'm gonna roll perception.
Well,
GM.
yeah, consider holy ground defiled.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll perception because this screams trap, GM.
Yeah, I either perception or insight. Which should I do?
Perception if you just want to get a feel for the area. Though, since you're not up on any of these things, it would have to be with disadvantage.
Hmm. Can I just use insight for just a general feel of things, just how, like a
If
sixth
you're-
sense kind
if-
of sense?
If you're not up on anything, you could get a general layout of the room, but unless you're actively going around this room investigating stuff, it won't really glean you into much.
Mm-hmm. Like I
I'm
can't
just
just tell
looking
by
up
the
for hint-
atmosphere or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
with,
just going-
with Thalia's 6, you can see, that this room is considerably bigger and more spacious. This ceiling is actually elevated about 12 or so feet.
I'm short and in the back. I can't see anything.
With the 12 and 13, Charia and Okazad, you notice kind of eking from several points in the walls and kind of draining into this cistern pool in the center. There appear to be several little hidey holes in the walls with what look like recent kills, most of them animals. Though from here, it's hard to get a feel for which animals, how they were killed, and how long they've been dead.
Something's been doing some killing down here, at the very least, somewhat recently.
Probably Boudreaux.
Probably a
Valhalla.
vampire like we've been looking for. We've been down here. Why we're down here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Stoat's looking back and forth.
Yes, this is different from the last time I was here. I would have hoped that wall covering was the worst of it.
Different how?
For starters, it did not have blood coming from the walls the last time. These little areas burrowed into the brickwork did not exist.
Well, sounds like we're looking at an actual nest of vampires.
Yeah, this sounds more and more like an infestation we're gonna need to be exterminating.
His fur kind of bristles when you say infestation.
I shudder at the thought. To have multiple of these running around under our city. Vampires.
Well, that's what we're here for, to get rid of them.
It'd be worse if they start running around above the city as well.
And
Well,
yes,
they
I
already are
believe-
running down in the Underdark.
I believe you all have free reign of your tokens, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not gonna get anywhere by sitting around, because if it's a trap, I'll spray it now.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop out like right over here and kind of keep looking around.
Can I investigate this pile?
Yes, and I will say Ayame and Sebastian go and do the same. Then yes, Thalia, roll me an investigation, please.
That's
Luck's not
wrong
moving.
button.
One at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
I'll come over and help because she's kind of looking over here and Cherry's gonna think, oh, she might have seen something.
Okay, then you roll it as well.
No. That's right.
From what you can tell with this, it looks to be a lot of rubble and metal and a couple of bits of wood. It looks almost like construction material. Looks like it's been assembled into kind of a crude, ramshackle little shelter down here. And it looks like it was collected from what you can tell and remembering the bits and pieces of Antebellum you've seen. It looks like it was taken from various parts all over the city and somehow ended up down here and was then later assembled.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the bone pile now.
Okay. And roll me another investigation. 14. This looks like it was something that somehow traveled down here and just couldn't get out. Roll a nature if you want to see what it was.
This
With
is
a 4, just oh yeah, Jura, you can actually roll nature with advantage.
something I would have a better chance of knowing.
Ooh, soft 20. Best as you can tell, it was some kind of massive lizard.
It was Big Jerk.
Anything I can take?
If you want to roll a survival on it, yeah. I mean, it's just a loose collection of... Okay. If you want, there is a couple of intact... there's an intact femur and a couple of ribs that are still good.
I have all of them.
I mean, yeah, if you want.
I mean, there's some big bones that you're gonna
Yeah,
be
it's gonna be
carrying.
kind of difficult to carry. They look pretty big.
Yeah, like one of these bones is about as tall as you.
Okay. I put my hand on them and put them right into my little ring.
You all watch as these bones just out of existence.
How do you
So
keep
one
doing
femur, one femur, and how many ribs?
3.
Okay.
that? How
So
do you keep
have
doing that?
one, Yeah, you have 1 giant lizard femur and 3 giant lizard ribs.
I think, can I get on top of this pile of stuff over here?
Uh,
Do you want to?
can,
Is the
and-
question.
Ayame is sticking rather close behind.
What about our Ratfolk friend?
He's kind of just staring off at where that manhole was. The one on the opposite side of the room. He's eyeing it very cautiously.
See anything, Stout?
Not at the moment. But it has a certain scent about it. One that does not belong down here.
I would imagine a lot of things here don't belong down here.
Yeah, like us. I'll let Charia do what she's gonna do, and then I'll do my thing with this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Alright.
pop up here and try to get a better look around the surroundings.
Okay, then of the thing you're standing on?
Yeah.
Roll me an investigation with advantage.
18.
With an 18, inside this structure, as you look in, you notice several eyes glowing red looking back up at you.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna kind of very quietly go, Bastion?
He looks over slowly. Lady Charia.
And I'm just gonna kind of put my hand to my finger and kind of point down at the eyes. I'm not gonna break contact with them. I'm gonna be like, can you set this thing on fire?
Meanwhile, Thalia, investigation with advantage as well.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
I have a lot of rats.
16,
Ah!
same
At least Thalia can set fire to her own stuff.
In the darkness of this structure, you notice opening first one pair, then several behind it. A bunch of glowing red eyes peer out at you.
I don't like this.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna very carefully see if I can't, move off this without disturbing whatever's in there.
Okay.
Can I roll stealth?
Either I would say athletics or acrobatics to get yourself off of there.
Oh, acrobatics is the one I have the most points in, so yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, the same though.
Okay. So Charia, with an 8, unfortunately, you go to kick off, and a rock shifts under your foot, and you don't quite get all of it.
Yeah.
And as
So like,
you do, from the other side of this this little structure, and then like clockwork, from the holes in the walls,
Shit.
Damn it.
damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
We have awoken the hive.
and Okazad, there's actually another group that pops up right from the center of the pool you're standing in.
Oh, fuck me. I was
Probably-
even wanting to
You
investigate
thought you
this
were
too.
safe.
No, I was wanting to investigate. It's like, no, surely the middle of the room is not safe, and this happens.
Ironically, the one standing next to the manhole is probably at a safe spot.
I would not say that.
And you're surrounded.
Well,
you're-
then
yeah,
safer than on top of them.
Sure.
I would honestly say our rat guide is probably the safest one.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying safer than you guys.
As you look at him,
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Just got killed by a rat in the forest. I'm not about to get killed by rats in the sewer.
No, they're swarms, which just makes this annoying.
And they don't
Makes
have
it
any
extra annoying.
bonuses.
The one that has number 6 on the
Yeah, okay,
initiative roll
well,
is
Control,
Stone Token.
copy. AJ's probably getting up to do something in the interim.
Delete the one you didn't need to delete.
Nope, it's fine.
You just hit copy and paste. This is basically what you do for illusion magic, I believe.
Okay, so this one is not on the list. Wait, shit. No, that's Stoke. God damn it.
Mm.
Okay, so this one was over here.
Okay, this is weird.
No, it's not.
No.
Wait,
For some no. Like for some reason, when I'm zooming in and out, the screen size stays the same, but less of the map is shown.
Yeah, no, that's been like that for a while. It happens for me too.
Yeah, it happens pretty frequently.
So what do I reload just to fix it?
Oh, just map size. I mean, unless you're going to the very bottom of the map, it shouldn't be a big issue.
Like for some reason, I just can't move the map anywhere.
Okay, so that's...
How zoomed in are you?
That's the thing. Like if I zoom in,
Oh, yeah, I have the same issue.
yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
I
Like
thought you were
it's
talking about
literally
something else.
yeah. Like no matter how far I zoom in or out, the map size stays the same. But if I zoom out far enough, there's literally nothing to see. I see like a little bit of blood on the left and one of the flocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the page and see if that...
Yeah, that's the problem I was having. I'm refreshing because
Yeah,
that-
that fixed it.
Yeah, do what you have to do. I gotta...
okay, yeah, that fixed it. except for the fact that I'm apparently dead center on it when I was like slightly above it.
Okay, so let's try this again. They didn't exactly roll good, but
Um,
2,
Worked out for
6,
us.
14,
the one on top of me, I believe was. Oh no, they were all 15s.
14.
Yeah, there were 3 14s and a 15.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think. But which one was the 15?
those are the only ones that rolled well. Then it's 2, 9, and 9.
15's bottom left, 14's middle left, and then the one under me.
Okay, so one of the
14,
14s is beneath me.
So who wants to take out Stoat?
I can go deal with him if you want to deal with rats.
I mean, I'll.
Okay, so
I
continuing.
mean, I don't think dealing with him is going to deal with the rats. I think
Okay,
the swarms are
No,
more
I
important.
have other things to deal.
Either way, continuing in 3, 2.
Wait, is AJ back?
bad though. That's the end of my turn. Go ahead.
I mean, you could also say that about Dead Space when you do that.
Then this swarm, the one that Sebastian attacked, are going to come and whoops. When they're done
Consume
engulfing
him.
When they're done engulfing him, they're going to engulf him.
I'm gonna toss, and I'm gonna go into my pack. I'm gonna, because I'd heads up, and I'm gonna toss one of the healing potions I got in the bag.
Alrighty, how much is it gonna heal me for if I drink it?
It's a D.
It's
I don't-
two. It's typical potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2. You trying to loot, Thalia? Can't hear you.
I said, yeah, hang on, I'm counting.
Okay, so I heal for 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Not full, but something.
Yes,
It's
loot
definitely it's
the,
still
the rat children.
pretty good, all things considered.
Okay, so Thalia is going around just looting all of these things.
They're rat children. I don't know what you expect to get from them.
I'm gonna check
I
on.
didn't- I didn't get
Stout.
very good rolls though, so
So
Uh,
one,
Got two
I'm
good
actually
ones.
gonna check
that's
it out.
all of
Acharya.
them and stout, I think.
Yeah, so the ones that were 10 and above, I'll say, from the rat children, you can get maybe a couple of vampire rat folk claws or fangs.
Okay.
And from Stoat, assuming it was one of the above 10 ones, we'll have to do these separately from now on just so we can keep track for multiple
Oh
enemies.
yeah, sorry.
It's fine. From him, you can get the satchel from around his belt or his cane.
Mm. I'll take the no. I'll take the satchel.
Okay. And you
Oh,
now have...
Does it have stuff in it?
That would be an investigation check, now that you have it. With advantage, because it's right there in your hand.
I'm also gonna check over Stout, just to see if he had any notes or other things from Boudreaux. Can I roll? Do you want me to roll survival to look over his body?
Yes, but in just a moment.
Okay.
With a 19, you find the empty vial that he drank from in town. You find 2 others, seemingly actual medicine that he would have taken, based on what they look like. And you find a small gold locket.
Open it up.
What was that?
I open it up.
Inside, it appears to be a figure etched into the metal. It looks like a younger version of Stoat himself on one side, and on the other, an equally young female rat folk. Nothing?
What? I said okay.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear you. Okay, so Charya, you wanted to survival him?
Yeah, I want to check out Stout.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there anything in particular you're vying for here?
In case he had any letters from Boudreaux or anything, but just in general, kind of checking over, see if he had anything left.
With a
Assuming it
19
wasn't burned to a crisp.
Mm-hmm.
in the... I guess what would be sort of an inner pocket of the tunic he was wearing,
Mm-hmm.
you do find a small handwritten note, but it does appear to be largely burnt from the fireball. The only bits you can make out. Roll investigation for it.
All right. $19.
Okay, another 19. The bits you can make out from what isn't burned seems to be... It's really fancy handwriting, you can't help but notice, but it seems to mention that once the deed is done, you will be compelled to do as I tell you, but once my business is done, you are free to act on your own.
Fool knew what he was signing up for, it seems. Knew he was going to be controlled. All on the off hope that eventually that Bujo would follow through with his word.
Unfortunately, you underestimated a party who wanted for his well-being.
Yep.
Look at this.
Let's go.
An idiot
Yeah.
traitor is still a traitor. Don't
This
care.
is still depressing.
Yeah, like look at
Not at
this
all
as
depressing.
the camera pans to the cistern filled with shit water and rat baby corpses.
Oh,
Though
he's
Jura, now that you're over there, roll me a perception with advantage.
using his strength to pry the thing open, but okay.
With a 23, you're surprised by the fact that the smell coming out of this manhole is actually the first pleasant one you've come across since you got down here.
Hmm.
It's
Something
almost
up there.
flowery, kind of smoky.
Well, kind of told us to go down here anyway. He's kind of giving us a hint. Might as well check it out. But nowhere else to go. Or what was guide is now dead.
All right. So
This might-
you pry open the manhole cover.
Yeah, I 23 in strength. I had there.
Ah, yes, that will. Yeah, you managed to grab this thing by a pair of the bars, twist, wrench it up, and roll it off to the side.
All right, everyone over here. We better going. Hell's actually kind of decent over here, actually.
And I think that's the cue that he's up there.
Well, Charia, now that you're in the vicinity of it,
Mhm.
You can actually roll me just a general intelligence with advantage.
Intelligence with advantage. Critical.
Natural 20. This particular scent is, you can tell for sure it's incense, but this is the exact same combination of herbs and flowers that one uses when they're trying to commune or pay tribute to Marluxia. It's the exact same combination of stuff you used when Diaval first visited you.
They're trying to commune with Marluxia. Seems like they're attempting with their plan right now.
Then we'd best not waste any time.
Agreed. Let's end this farce of situation.
And you begin to go down the manhole next time on Sin's the Hero's Tale.
Ba-da-ba-da.
So
Good.
yeah,
Killed a
I know
bunch of rat children.
MJ. I think MJ kind of saw that coming, or at least knew it was a possibility.
I was sensing rat. I mean, I was telling you ratfolk from basically the beginning of this problem.
Yeah,
I know.
I knew Ratfolk were going to be involved. I just didn't know how they were going to be involved.
The moment he drank the thing and then got super peppy and dove down the hole, it was kind of like, wait a second.
I actually didn't realize he drank something.
I was gonna put him in my backpack like you and carry him.
Yeah, it was kind of the moment going from really old, barely getting along old man to I'm gonna swan dive down this manhole.
Yeah, like a man who struggles to open the front door of his master's estate, and now he's doing all this acrobatic shit.
Thought he was just excited because he was, going to the sewers.
Yeah,
Good.
and that was meant to be the illusion. Like, is he just an excited old man catching his second wind, or is there more to it?
There's definitely more to it. But
Well, there was more to it. He's dead now.
Well, yeah.
And now we have a second problem, which is most of you guys got bit.
That's actually not as much of a worry as you think.
There's a problem to be.
No, actually, no, it's not. They can't change us. The normal bite attack of a vampire person, especially from him and me, can't turn it.
Makes no
The
sense.
regular rats, well, it's because we're not full vampires yet. He did the exact same thing I do, and my bite can't turn you into a vampire. It'll hurt like fuck because of necrotic damage, but it can't turn you into a vampire.
are you sure about that?
I mean, do you want to test Opazad? I'm happy to bite your throat.
I mean,
Well,
that's
regardless.
not going to change anything.
Well, I hate to throw y'all right into the fires of another conflict encounter next time, but We are
Yeah.
quickly coming to the head of chapter 3.
I don't know about quickly. We've been in this goddamn city for so long.
Look, I can't control how the pace of the episodes goes. I just write out shit and then you guys encounter it as it comes. The beginning of this session took way longer than I expected. Yeah, I was expecting y'all to get to end this fight about 45 minutes ago.
Well, at least we took care of them pretty.
Oh, I mean, I'm not complaining in any capacity. I'm genuinely entertained by all of this.
I'm just amazed I didn't get any damage done to me that whole fight. I'm happy with that.
I mean, you have high AC, and these are kids.
I know, but the last time we fought, and I had the same AC and.
And to be fair, they got all their high rolls on me, unnecessarily even.
Yeah. You got pretty
Yeah.
beat up this time. It was pretty funny.
I'm gonna assume you were kind of using the same stats as a swarm of rats, right? Something equivalent.
Yes. For the vampiric rat children, it was a swarm of rats, and for Stoat, it was just a rinse and repeat of the ROUSs.
I figured as much from him.
Yeah, no, the swarm of rats. It's not that they're not threatening, but I am really glad that they changed swarm rules in 5e.
Mm-hmm.
Because
What was
before,
the change?
so the big change was. if you
Hold on a second.
do-
We probably shouldn't just bore the audience with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, then we will catch you guys later.
Later.